There's an interesting mechanic that got revolutionized in Elden Ring that exists ever since Dark Souls 1. Weaponarts. They are very unique, special moves, and mostly consume FP. So I head out to see if I can beat Elden Ring while only ever using those. The rules of this run are simple. I'm only allowed to use Ashes of War to attack bosses, and that's it. To make it a little harder, I have to beat all 15 Remembrance bosses, and every time I kill a boss with an Ash of War, that weapon art is now banned, and I can't use it to defeat another one. I start the run by picking Warrior, for a strat I didn't end up using. We make a little jump so we don't have to deal with the Scion. I go touch some grass, and afterwards I pick up my horse from the daycare. We pick up the Physic Flask, the Life Dew Talisman, Radagon's Sword Seal, and killed Kenneth, which apparently drops a golden seed. I guess that's good to know. He drops a golden seed? What? We head to defeat O'Neill with the Ash of War, Scarlet Rod Geyser, and get these weapons and ashes. And many, many more, which I'm not gonna all list for my sanity. I will also not list a lot of other ashes and weapons we pick up later, because trust me, there's a lot of them. A lot. Oh, and finally both Doctor's halves. Together with the 4 stat rising crystal tears I forgot to mention earlier. I bash my newly acquired turtle shield into this crystallian until he gives me his spell bearing. And pick up the regular minor spell bearing and Altus. I went to have some tea with Alex and I realized he has already left to the Radahn festival and we can't get the Warrior shard until after Radahn. So I take on Market. Damage wise it's not looking too bad, but I'm still getting used to fighting this way. It feels like kinda unnatural and a little clunky, but I guess I have to deal with this. Okay, but we can. Yeah. Okay, that is so good that we get the stun spectre. Can you stop? He goes down after a bit, and we proceed to Godric. Before we fight him though, I made a little detour to talk to Roger and pick up Spectral Lance from the Academy. I didn't know about this Ash, but a viewer from Twitch chat recommended it, and it's so stupid. I love it. Also, for whatever reason, this thing does insane stance damage. Like, honestly, look at this. Why does it so much stance damage? No damage. Okay. Is this enough? Maybe. Maybe it's enough. And it will be barely. Okay, that is really good. That is really good timing. Please die. With some proper spacing, and literally my last possible cast, we managed to take him down. If I would have missed one more spear the entire fight, we would have just lost. If we hit this, we win. Okay, lovely. That was way too close. Stupid Ash of War, I love it. First great rundown. I forgot to take out Nephilim for her ex at Stormvale, so I visit her at Dalbanuric village, where I also pick up the first half of the Halictry medallion. We make our way to the academy and Scythe Sith 2.0, which, how I recently got taught, just spells out dog if you look on your keyboard and one key to the right. Weird. Afterwards, I proceed through the Runala. This was a interesting fight. I failed my first try due to getting roll catch comboed to oblivion, but on my second attempt I realized I can just one cycle her first phase. I can actually one cycle her. And second phase, yeah. There wasn't really one. I think I've never killed Renala this fast. She even went down before she got the chance to summon. That's the second great rune for us.
Holy. Dude, the damage looked so fucking bad at first, but now?
Greyroll is so friendly to borrow me some runes once more, which we buy our Drager's inventory with. We used the Korean Greatsword on Gillica for the ritual Sword Talisman, and pay Radahn a visit. We use a really cool tech on him, the Claymore plus Stormblade. Using Stormblade lets us attack faster than with the regular attack, and gives us extra damage with the little wind. This fight is quite lengthy, so I just wanted to take out some time to say thank you to all of you for the insane support I've been receiving the last time. Damn, we even got a few hundred subs now. I really appreciate it, and I will try to keep making content that you can enjoy. Thanks. Though this was the first boss of the run I actually kinda struggled with. Mostly because I was one hit a lot of the time. On my first few tries, I came so close to defeating him multiple times. But then I had kind of a mental block. 40 minutes and too many deaths later, and he goes down though.
Get greedy! Yes! Whew. Okay. That took longer than I should have.
So we claim our third great rune, and now we finally get to have a reunion with our good friend Alexander. Well, it sadly didn't last that long. Bye bye. Thank you. The Mimic tier was a total pushover, even with +0. Though Ancestral Spirit was a fight that worried me a little. I was scared that I ran out of FP while he out-healed me, which luckily didn't happen. This was a pretty smooth fight all in all. Even though it was really annoying that he just healed over and over and over.
If I get a good bleed in, then yeah. No, what? Okay, thank you.
With the remembrance he dropped, we can craft the Winged Greathorn, which is gonna be a one-time use, but maybe useful later. I got the golden whatever this thing is called, for the same reason, and took on the Gargoyles and Fierce Champions. They were pretty similar, in the way that I struggled way more with them than I should have. No, honestly, I spent about an hour each. It was terrible. I hate gang fights. What hurts even more, I came close to defeating both of them way earlier, but I ran out of my Physic Flask on Gargoyles, which made me unable to wield my weapon, and it choked Fierce Champions multiple times.
Yes! Finally! Get fucked. That took way too long.
Let's head to Leinel per Tipino. I made my way through the capital, picking up everything I need on my way. Even trying to farm these guys for a while. For the weapon. which I just gave up on at some point because I was annoyed. I threw some pebbles at Godfrey and holy shit, this should not do that much damage. Like, why? I'm literally throwing pebbles at him. I take it though. We do a little jump and run for the bolt of Granny's axe and pierce Godfrey with 1,000 little daggers to obtain the Godfrey icon. Just to figure out Morgoth is really bad at dealing with sniper rifles. Like, really, really bad. I hit bolt after bolt, which kind of stun-locked him into his phase transitions. At first into the 1.5 transition, the swords, and then the mud wave. It's just ridiculous how good this weapon is against Morgoth. I love it.
I can also throw a spear. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay. GG's. Oh no, this is so sad. Like every single challenge run I've ever done so far. Every single fucking challenge run I've done so far, Morgoth is either lost footage or instantly dead.
In the mountaintops, I collect both smithing stone bellbangs 3 before granting the big boy death through 1,000 paper cut.
Oh gosh, I thought my game crashes there. This is pretty strong. We even not... We stance broke him! Bleed resistance goes through the roof. Oh fuck it, yeah. I have no idea how I didn't get hit. Like holy. I'm dead. Oof. Heal. Zip! Okay. Well, that was what I made. Oh gosh, I made that harder than it should have been.
Immediately, we burn the average size tree and get teleported to Worm's fortress.
We bothered to skip it. I haven't seen this cutscene in so long. Holy. It's weird to look at them. I always skip them. What's the law behind Faramir?
We do the regular jump and run to collect the bell bearing before heading to Rykard. Let's just say it's pretty easy to kill him if you're allowed to use the gimmick weapon.
Ouch.
Here, I cut the fight down as much as possible because it is literally just me spamming the weapon art and looking at 2 centimeters of Rykard's body. You don't see much anyway, trust me.
Okay. GG's. That was more stressful than it should have been. Record's great fun. I regret them.
I sang the Godskin duo a little lullaby before brutally cutting them open and piling up their corpses.
That's actually pretty bad because I'm gonna wake them up both.
I know it looks stupid if I say this, but this was harder than it looked like. Not Soldier of Godric hard, but still quite a challenge. got the black knife from the assassin in front of the hero's grave in Altos. Next up is Malekith. This is always the point in a run which tells me how the rest of it is going to look like. And at first, it really didn't go well. But after changing to the black knife and letting him taste some of his own medicine, it was okay. This Ash of War is kinda weird, because it elevates you a good amount up in the air, which let me really inconsistently dodge a lot of the first phase and even some of the second phase attacks. But I take it, I guess? Okay. Pop. Not worth the hustle. Okay, Malekith. I'm dead. That is so lucky that he missed me there. That is actually so incredibly lucky. I'm dead. Oh no, never mind. GG's. Okay, you see, it's just a little getting used to the moveset. Oh yeah, we can also use Malekith's weapon. We unleash the Rune of Death. We went to visit Patches for some golden foulfoots, and as it turns out, if you unleash the Rune of Death before doing the boss fight in the cave, he just dies dropping his regular loot. Learned something new today. Afterwards, I was kinda confident, so we threw Basilisks 6 into a blender. And no, I don't mean that metaphorical. We literally kind of throw him into a blender. I mean, just look at this. The new Black Flame Blender 9000. Order now for only $19.99. Blends even after you're done with the blending. Oh, we also don't miss out on a regular laser show. I mean, at least the fight has kind of a cool look to it. Probably one of the fanciest looking things in the whole game. Okay, GG. Okay. Well. Nice one. I went to make Gideon mad with Vike's spear, which was actually kind of fun to use. Our damage was insane, but we got a little unlucky here. But look at the next part real quick. Gideon just shoots 2 Comet Azures apparently and explodes. Which, I mean, I get why he explodes, but I think it's just kind of funny. Okay. We do a flip, which grants us the Bloodhound Fang from Daryl. But that's a little bit of damage. I did some cleanup, so I got the healed here, and pierced up Ghost Loretta. Okay. This is not enough damage for a plus 24 weapon. I spun around the tower for the death mark, 360 no-scoped Nile for a wall, for a Halic Tree medallion. Okay. And played some Assassin's Creed. finally striking down Loretta with a thunderbolt. Nice! 46 is next on my list, and for him we decide to use Radahn's Greatbow, which has a great Eshafort, Radahn's Reign. I also used Assassin's Gambit to get off a free L2 at the start of the fight. With every cast, we do massive damage. I think this was quite interesting, because I never really used bows that much, so it's nice to see that they are viable. I should have so got hit by that. But yeah, well, that was actually quite easy. I had to travel through all of our favorite type of area to get to Estelle, the swamp. Here we use Morgoth's sword, which I never used before. And the Ash, well, it's pretty good. It's a 2-hit combo, which you can follow up with another 2-hit combo. We do insane damage, and I did honestly not think this thing is so good. But well, I won't complain. Oh, that's a grab attack. Bop. 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 Oh, I got a stagger. Dude, this Ash is fucking good. Holy. Okay. Bop. Bop. Okay, I need one more hit. What?! I did not know he can do that. Okay. That was kind of anticlimactic, not gonna lie. I did not think I would first try him. But sure. I take it. We stick a ring on Ranni's finger to get the Darkmoon Greatsword, which we take on Godfrey with. So this was something I let a coin flip decide, because I really wanted to use this weapon. But the Eshafort is technically just a buff, which allows us to shoot with heavy attacks. So I allowed to use it, as long as I have the buff active, and only use the attacks that actually shoot an arc. The damage was good, and it was definitely one of my favorite fights this run. This should be the stagger though, yeah. Oh, you can... Okay. Just spams the same 2 attacks. Oh my gosh, I need a window to buff. Okay, lovely. Now, there are only 3 fights left. Moog, Radabeast, and Malenia. I chose to go with Moog first, because I know Malenia is gonna be pain. And why not? The Bloodhound Fang was my weapon of choice. because Mog is weak to bleed, and the stance break power of this thing is incredible. It does also a really good chunk of normal damage. It took me a few tries, but he goes down eventually.
Oh, okay, fuck. Who the fuck is Morgwyn? Is it Mog's full name, Morgwyn?
We start the Elden Beast fight, and Radagon is like always a pain. But we get through him with barely any health left. The damage seems good. Here is where a new problem emerges. FP. Because Radagon and Elden Beast have a super huge HP pool, we eventually run out of it. But luckily, some weapon arts can still be used even without a fee. For the penalty that they get weakened a lot. On the verge of death, we continue to chunk down Elden Beast bit by bit. And if we only count for Elden Beast and not Radagon, this was probably my favorite fight in the whole game.
Okay.
Eventually, we take him down.
GG's. Oh! Close one.
I think that was too late. And now, there's only one thing left to do. The moment you've all waited on. Melania, Blade of Miquella. We have actually a really cool strategy for this fight. In the first phase, we used the Dragon King's Cracked Blade to stunlock her, but it's really hard to get a hit off, and there are barely any windows. At least we do semi-consistent damage with this. Kinda. I say semi-consistent because sometimes this thing just misses, and then you're in a really awful position. In the second phase, we also use a really cool strategy. The Butcher Knife with Prelate Charge and Bloodflame Blade. This allows us to not only deal insane bleed damage and stunlock her, but also lets us just walk her around a little bit. Though, there's a huge drawback to the strategy. It's super insanely hard to get off a hit. And like in first phase, we also can miss. But if we miss here, we're pretty certainly dead. And it's always so punishing. Because we have to go for phase 1 again. Yup, that's it. Elden Ring with only Weaponarts. This run was a lot of fun, and I can only recommend to try it out. I got to use a lot of weapons I would have probably never used otherwise. Oh, before I forget it, quick thanks to Glitzer from my Twitch chat, who helped me route this mess of a run. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.